Hello, everybody. Welcome to Graded Point Live. We're doing a special Christmas edition and stuff. And the reason why you're not seeing the usual boomers is because I went over to Super Nerdland and recruited those guys to come on the stream because everybody else wants to they want to spend time with their families.
Bunch of freaking.
That's where you get a whole bunch of nerds. You just gather them up from where they're all being sad and lonely, and you bring them all to be sad and lonely together.
That's right.
And that inside, and I don't.
Invented inside.
Family, right?
That's right. I think I'm gonna have to turn Jordan up a little bit.
Oh, do I need to be louder?
Yeah, just a little
I
bit.
mean, I can do that.
I think I got you had you down a little. No, actually had you up. That's kind of weird.
Huh.
So yeah, just sit a little closer. We'll be good.
Let me see here. Maybe
Just get a hey baby, how you doing?
How you doing, white women?
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, we're banned now. It's fine.
Well, there went the
White women.
there went the ad revenue. Okay.
Nothing of value was lost.
Right. So, did y'all shield this link? Because
I did.
okay. Hey, what you guys?
tried.
Hey, champ, what you? Your friendly neighborhood ninja ask. Hey, champ, what you guys doing? We're gonna talk about Santa Claus and comic books and stuff like that. Because even though this image has been altered, yet Optimus Prime was in a comic book playing Santa Claus one time. As you do.
Yeah, as one does.
Exactly.
Said he is Jesus Christ.
This is true. We have determined that Optimus Prime is the anagram for Jesus Christ. Anagram.
Anagram.
It's the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
Oh
What
god.
did I tell you? Fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And this shit was gonna get fucking derailed.
Actually, it was 2 minutes. 2
The
minutes.
anagram. You got retarded.
2 minutes and 5 seconds exactly was the.
Well, that went well.
You know, we should have just fucking did this stream as a. We should have played video games. This has been better.
Yeah, probably.
We'll,
Oh my god.
if you want, we'll play some snooker later on.
What in the fuck is that?
You don't know what snooker is? You uncultured.
No.
You uncultured swine.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry being a fucking, real life nigga and, being a normie.
you know what pool is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's similar to that, but not really.
Thanks, that's really fucking helpful.
Wait, I do remember that from my computer game.
Do
so
you hate money? Then you'll love snooker.
My dude, if you get a max score in snooker, you get like $10,000, man.
If
Yeah, I mean, it's possible if you're actually good at it.
Well, that rules me out.
yeah, so.
hey, young gun, want to play some snook? So you got a quick fuse.
All right, fuck it. We're talking about Santa Claus.
All right, yeah, okay.
Are we?
Yeah, we are now.
Are we? I
Yeah.
mean,
So yeah,
is Santa a young gun with a quick fuse, or
I'd say he's an old gun, but still has a quick fuse. I think that would be.
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Okay, yeah, for Santa.
That's
think-
Uh,
So yeah, no. So in at least in DC and Marvel, Santa either in Marvel he's an Omega level mutant apparently. And if you want examples of Omega level mutants, like Magneto, Jean Grey, Professor X, etc., apparently has the ability to alter reality, which happens. And he also
Yes, you do.
and he also thinks Captain Marvel is a ho ho ho.
as we all do.
What the fuck? I like Santa.
It was just like one of those images I found. It's like, that's perfect. It's just like Captain Marvel standing there, arms crossed, and he's standing next to her, and he's going, ho, ho, ho. I was like, this is perfect. And in DC, I think he's just a magical being. Like they say he's literally the the Saint Nicholas, and he didn't die. He just became Santa Claus.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Everybody's got their
What
own
about the
take.
Superman one.
Yeah. You know, if you want Superman, hold on, let me get that one. Where Superman is apparently giving Santa Claus a handy.
I had
See,
to stop myself from saying "as you do." I had to actually stop myself.
Whoa. What's going on there, big guy?
Santa's in for a surprise.
you know, I should say who everybody here
why
is.
isn't Superman on the naughty list yet?
Wayne, the moment is wasted. Doesn't matter who's here. All
No,
that
I'm
matters
go-
is we're talking about Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do it. You know, over there, of course, you know Jordan. No, he's been on the show many
Hello.
times. Yeah, that's Caleb at Caleb Prime on the Twatter.
Yeah, I'm just today's diversity hire, so don't mind me. I'm drunk. So.
So he's the latest token minority of our.
Yeah.
And over there we have the super nerd mics.
Hey, how's it going?
Yep.
You
And
also check out ogchan.com. I'm gonna shill it at least one more time.
See, that's
At least.
okay. If people who are listening, especially Ninja, you know when I tell you about shilling, you listen to this man right here. He's showing you how to do it. You gotta shill your shit. You gotta
Otherwise, how the fuck is anybody gonna find out about it if you don't tell other people already?
yeah.
It's so good, people will come to it. That's how
No,
good my
they
art
will
is.
not come.
Here's
This
what
isn't the Field of Dreams, motherfucker.
here's how you do it. You don't you just put it online. You don't show it to fucking anybody
Yeah.
except for your friends who you bother constantly.
'cause
Hey
if you-
guys, did you see that thing that I made?
Because if you shill it, that means you're a literal monster, right?
You're a fucking sellout. You're vying for people's attention on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking idiot. Fucking don't do that.
Fucking fascist shills.
And then over here is Mike's brother, the superior edit man.
As I am.
You can also call him Ace.
That works too. Whatever.
You should shield
This
your
nigga's about to
Godzilla
say
movie
as you
right
do
now.
again.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, all of us are gonna finish our Godzilla movie soon.
Yep. Godzilla versus Gigan Abridged.
Soon.
Yeah, soon. That's a trademark.
So
It's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We a tentative release date of 2019.
Just remember, no penis.
When it's done, you'll all show up. You'll find it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not gonna he's not gonna tell anybody it's ready. He's just gonna put it out there.
All that hard work. They'll find it on their own.
I mean, that's how Dragon Ball. That's how the Team 4-Star made their monies, right? They just put it out there.
yeah, that's how you
Blessed
do
are
it.
the meme makers.
Yeah,
We
but
found.
Big things have small beginnings and all that stuff.
literally do nothing, and you will soon be making that Chapo Trap House money.
Yeah, man.
Just like the Kami Paradise that they all want.
My favorite podcast, by the way, is Chapo Trap House.
Please sign up for their
Show
Patreon
me-
so they can
show me
make
back.
so they can get at least $100,000 a month for
I'll let you know that Chapter House is a very intellectual podcast for intellectual people such as myself.
and also communism is
Mental
great.
numbers, let's go.
And also
Lord.
we love commies.
You know who's a commie, Wayne?
Hmm?
Santa.
Santa is a
Speaking of
huge
Santa.
commie. Yeah.
Was it? Did you say commies or cummies? Because now I'm unsure.
Well,
Yes, he's both.
considering what Superman's doing to Santa in this picture, it could be both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it looks like Superman's like giving him a mega handy.
So that's what the story behind this image is.
Yeah.
Superman was asking for cummies, but now he has to just take them.
He just gets them himself. Dude, I couldn't find a good image of him spanking Santa. So, but that was an actual thing that happened too. Superman spanked Santa.
I don't know. He looks like he's giving Santa a good spanking right now.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I mean, you look at Santa's face too. He's like he's actually enjoying it.
Yeah, he doesn't. He does not look distraught.
But he's kind of like, oh, I don't mind.
It's like,
Oh, you're being awful direct, aren't you?
I mean, if you had a chance to get a super handy, wouldn't you take it? I mean,
He would rip my fucking dick off. No,
Yeah.
are you crazy?
I don't know, Wayne. I could actually say my dick is hard as diamonds.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Superman.
I don't know why. I'm
Give me
expecting
that
you,
diamond dick.
because of other projects we've done together, Ace. I'm expecting you any second to say, "Well, you know, Thad."
Estás escuchando WMMR El Myers.
You listen to the Myers.
The Mars. We got 7 people watching this thinking, "What the fuck?"
What the
Yeah,
fuck is
because the
that?
people who are so used to like our other streams, and they come, they're like, "The fuck did all these autists come from?" Jesus.
Hey, I'm
I don't
keeping.
know, dude. I am drunk, so.
Yeah, I mean, we're keeping it somewhat topical. You know, Santa in the comics. You know, Superman giving Santa a handy. That's, you know, it's whatever. It's fine. It's whatever. You know. Let's
It
see.
is what it is, I guess.
And then, of course, there's this. We were talking about this earlier. You'll be on your screen in a minute. This Marvel Treasure Edition Giant Superhero Holiday Grab Bag. Apparently produced in 1976 for $1.50. With the Thing playing Santa Claus, being flanked by Iron Man and Spider-Man, and the sleigh being pulled by Thor and the Hulk.
Give him a second to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you realize the Hulk can't fly, right?
Jumps.
Sure, he can.
No, he can't.
He just jumps really. He just jumps really strong. It's fine.
But
That's the same
I mean, he
flight,
has to land eventually, though.
right? That's what Thor's there for. To keep him alive.
And Iron Man
Don't
is flying
fucking
in the
question
back.
this shit.
Yeah, why isn't Iron Man pulling the fucking sleigh?
Just fuck him. Iron Man's. He's like, I ain't carrying shit.
I saw that picture and I thought Thor was pulling like Hulk's underwear, just being a real cunt. But
yeah, he's just being an asshole. Like, verily, troll, I will give thee yon super wedgie.
Jesus.
Christmas time at Marvel involves Indian burns. Correction, Native American burns.
Yeah, please. Don't be insensitive here. What's wrong with you?
I'm a shitheel, and I will live as a shitheel.
Yeah. Take that. I like that there's only 2 things in our chat right now, and the one of them is super handy. Thank you.
You're
Jordan.
welcome.
Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Wait. Back on the topic of super handies. Has anyone done the math of how powerful a Kryptonian handjob would be?
Let's we should ask the fine lads at that Screw Attack Death Battle thing, shouldn't we?
Oh God.
I can hear it now. It has the impact of 70 septillion megatons of power.
Septillions.
They come up
Single
with.
stroke has the power of 1,000 suns.
Oh God.
So,
Fuck.
let's unravel the Superman handy on Graded Point 5.
Specifically
Kryptonian special.
specifically for when giving it to Santa Claus.
You know, I'm
Do you
amazed.
want me to-
We've got 8 fucking people watching this shit now.
Yeah.
No, you actually have to consider Santa's
Oh, there- now it's
big
9.
resilience and all the stuff.
Hey, wait, do you want us to work on that video later, or we can really make that video?
Yeah, we can make that video. That's
Handy.
fine. Talk about
The
how.
effects of Superman handy.
Have you ever wondered what a handy from the Hulk would feel like? I think that would just.
So that,
I think that'd just be
Feels
like.
crushing.
I think that'd be like fucking a boulder.
so I guess that's what they mean by the legacy of Krypton.
Superman getting handy with Santa's grab bag. That's what I call Christmas. Oh, wait a minute.
God damn it. Gotta get those smash fists from the store, you know, those big ones.
Yeah.
Just kind of drill a hole in it. Don't put a fucking, fleshlight in that thing.
Yeah. Smash.
If you have a boyfriend, you gotta go, I'm gonna smash.
Yeah, and then put your Hulk hands on. And...
Put your Hulk hands on.
Yeah.
See, that's what Piper needs. Somebody with fucking Hulk hands.
I knew a girl like that, actually.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, no.
Even when Piper's not here, I can bully her.
She'll listen later.
If you looked at her wrong, she'd rip your dick right off.
Oof. You're talking about somebody else, not Piper.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, definitely not Piper.
Okay. Making sure.
Well, maybe Piper too. we
She'd
don't
crush
know.
your dick right off
Destruction.
with her kegels.
Kegels.
Oof.
Just kegel that dick right off.
Damn, dude.
Now, what if, since apparently we're on this subject now, what if Santa, with the Infinity Gauntlet, gave you a handy?
Oh. Half of your comments would
Be destroyed?
yeah,
Now
perfectly
your
balanced. That's all things you'll be.
Now your balls are perfectly balanced. As all things.
My cummies are perfectly balanced. I don't produce too much. I don't produce not enough. It's perfectly balanced.
You know what? Santa's a pretty G.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, man.
I like how sexist he is here too.
Hey, calling them little girls? That's some bullshit.
Yeah, make that
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
image a little bigger. Right now. There we go. Yeah. He says, "Come and take it, you little girls." And Doctor Strange is like, "I told you letting Santa use the Infinity Gauntlet was a bad idea." Who would think that was a bad idea?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
I
like,
would think that about Santa.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Santa, you're so pure, right? And it's like, I'm a.
I mean, yeah.
a mutant.
Especially when you got Santa like literally shooting Iron Man. I mean, he had tendencies. Maybe
Yeah.
people should have paid attention, right? Like,
Wait, did you?
God damn, dude.
I can't help but hear Iron Man go, Santa, no!
I mean, I don't think anybody would ever said, "Is that Santa? He's got a gun."
Dude, he ain't fucking around, dude.
I mean, what do you do? And I mean, well, the thing is like, we know Tony Stark is a prick, right?
Yeah.
So, he
But
wants
is he
to
enough of a prick that Santa would shoot him?
probably.
I mean, but it's Santa.
But
Yeah.
man, you have to understand that the North has the Second Amendment too, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck's sake.
And I like
Bullets made of-
as was pointed out from Adrian earlier when we were looking at these. He's at the bottom. It says "Ho ho homicide."
Yeah. As it would.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really worrisome.
Santa is known for his rampages. Let's see what this other image is. Oh yeah, when Santa he apparently fought the Hulk. And I like see this is from the cover. I had to zoom in, I had to get a zoomed in picture because it's funnier that way. But
Yeah.
it's literally the cover of that particular issue of the Hulk, and it says "Because you demanded it." I was like, who demanded this?
Oh, I imagine someone wrote it and was just like, hey.
Hey, can you have the Hulk fight Santa Claus? That would be kind of cool.
Actually, what if Hulk and Santa had a fight?
Oh, why did Matt Myers write into Marvel Comics? And you think Matt Myers hates Santa?
Probably.
I mean, Matt Myers hates everything.
This is true. Yeah.
He was like, Santa, I have hair for Christmas, and Santa said no.
He said, if I give you hair, it'll ruin your perfect baldness, so no.
Now, what if he was going to give him hair, but it was going to be this Hulk hair that Hulk's got going on right now? That whatever that is on top of his head. Yeah.
What if Santa sent him a bit of ball hair polish and
Just polish up that dome.
instead,
Gives
instead
him
of some
fucking dome
Rogaine?
wax.
Yeah.
Why did I remove it? Like, so perfect.
And here's apparently this is a more recent rendition that Marvel did of Santa. I think somebody was hitting the eggnog a little hard there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Santa always looks like that.
He's always buff as shit. And
He's fucking ripped, man.
what I like is there's multiple Santas like doing the same thing. So there's one down there, and there's two more up at the top. Like they're all
That's Santa's secret.
he's everywhere at once.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
See, it's kind of like that one KFC comic where like Colonel Sanders is like across all the fucking multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Colonelverse. That's not it. That's not the title. No, I'm thinking someone else. Never mind.
That is a good name for it, though. The Colonel verse.
How fried is your love?
Oh yeah, and this one. This is where he apparently, Santa hates the Avengers
As you do.
because he says, "Merry Christmas to all except the Avengers. The Avengers must die."
Holy shit, dude.
So he's gonna go fuck up the Avengers, apparently.
Santa, you wanna
Pretty
stay
sure
the
this
fuck-
is all Iron Man's fault, and just because he hates Tony for some reason.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. He just hates Iron Man. We need to look into that. Why does Santa hate Iron Man so much?
Damn, dude.
Well, he's a dick.
About-
So
About Iron Man's history, what does that have to do with fucking Santa of all people?
right.
Red? Did you steal your colors?
And then there was that time that Santa fought Lobo from DC. And Lobo literally punched him so hard that he knocked out his eye.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Lobo for you.
Yeah. I mean, I just somebody not only wrote this but drew it.
Yep.
Somebody envisioned this on their mind. What the fuck?
Yeah, just say, hey, you know what'd be
Somebody
great?
always wanted to punch the fuck out of Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I don't want to punch Santa, dude.
Yeah,
Do
Santa's
you think someone had like a terrible childhood and they blamed it on Santa?
well, we do have people who blame their sexual assault history on the Fonz. So
Oh, yeah, it's true.
yeah, so I can imagine somebody being so mad at Santa because they didn't get the present they wanted that they will have years later they would have Lobo beating them up in a comic book.
That'll teach you, Santa, you goddamn cunt.
You know what? I'm just going to leave it for the rest of the night. I'm going to leave it on the Superman handy image because it's just funny.
If I'm not mistaken, individual also blamed James Bond.
Yep, James Bond,
Yes.
the Fonz, and God, what's this? The guy from Kiss, Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Just in general, he's just blaming his lack of male role models.
Which
I had to learn from pop culture, which means I had to abuse women.
Which
Yeah, I
it's funny when we were talking about that because Cab had been saying for a couple weeks on the show that these people don't know how to interact with human beings. They literally learn their human interactions from TV and stuff like that. And so he literally proved Cab right.
He proved correct the Cab theorem.
Yes. I mean, I was like, gosh. I remember when I showed it to him. I was like, Cab, do you realize that what you're saying has been proven true? Like they actually don't know how to interact with human beings. They go by what they see on TV.
Oh man.
But that doesn't take away from Superman giving Santa a handy, though.
Oh. Hey, but I don't know what this will teach me. I'll treat women really weird because of this comic now.
Now, my question is, now that you've seen this image, Ace, are you going to find a Santa and just give him,
Yeah.
give him a good time?
Yeah, my role model Superman.
So is that next year's Christmas gag? We just go to our various malls and jerk off the mall Santa.
Oh my god, dude.
I mean, spreading holiday
Like,
cheer.
damn, you could have just given me $1 for charity, but I'll take this.
How would you call that idea? Project Cap or
Project Cab. Project super handy.
Yeah, super handy.
It's the season for Diamond Dick.
Now the question is, do you have to do it to completion, or you just
Well, obviously to completion. Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
No. The goal is you want to get your hand crunches in. You want to give them as hard as a grip as possible.
Get that fucking chimp grip.
Yeah, you really just want to grip it.
Xavier in the chat says Superman calls it an old fashioned.
yeah, man, it's the legacy of Krypton.
That's the reason that there is only a last son of Krypton. Oh my god. Yep, the legacy of Krypton, exactly.
Like in your brain, where do you go there?
The last hand job of Krypton. I don't want to talk. That's not good. That's yeah. Let's go to the Santa Claus database for Marvel Earth 616. I love this site because hey, pop-ups that don't work, videos that don't work. Good job, fandom.com.
Nice.
Santa Claus' origin is shrouded in legend, and no one is quite sure what his true origin is. Other names include Saint Nicholas, Kris Kringle, and Father Christmas. He is a legendary figure who is said to bring gifts to the homes of well-behaved children on Christmas.
Okay, I need to interrupt real quick because we need to talk about Saint Nicholas, the actual patron saint.
Yeah.
So, did you know this nigga was a fucking necromancer?
Oh, yeah.
Also, Santa Claus was Odin.
Also that.
Well, all right.
So Adrian, do you know what we're talking about?
No, I don't.
So, yes.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
for that.
honestly, if I was telling the story of Santa, I'd be focusing a lot more on the necromancy. That's just me, though.
Well, I mean, it's still a good act. He's
How
putting
can you
their
give
hearts in the right place.
gifts to children if the children are dead? So
I mean, that's a very good point.
that makes
gifts-
sense. If you...
The gifts of life, man.
Yeah.
It's funny that Mike mentioned Odin because in the Marvel version it says possible origin, Odin. Other sources of the original Santa Claus was simply inspired by the Allfather of Asgard. Odin, after a special night where he saved a village's midwinter feast from not happening. Hundreds of years ago, an Asgardian troll named Grylak the Greater was attempting to blackmail Odin to give him control of Asgard, threatening to destroy it in a giant asteroid otherwise. At the same time on Earth, a fisherman named Sigurd was sailing home to visit his village's midwinter feast, but was caught in a storm that blotted out the stars and stopped Sigurd from being able to navigate home. Sigurd's wife, Sia, prayed to Odin to help her husband. In answer, Odin commanded his son, Thor, to not attack Grylak, but first gather some of Asgard's finest wines, linens, and food. Afterwards, killing two birds with one stone, Odin ordered Thor to hurl his magic hammer, Mjolnir, at the troll's asteroid, destroying it in a blinding flash of light that appeared to be as a bright star in the sky as Sigurd and his crew there at night in Sigurd's village. His wife Sia heard a strange sound that caused her to rush to the hearth and find an unknown man, Odin, wearing furs and holding a huge bundle. The man vanished in a flash of light, leaving the goods collected by Thor. In the same moment, Sigurd returned home. Sigurd and Sia can't speak tonight.
Excited for Christmas. Can't
Yeah.
blame you.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Billy.
Yeah, Billy, it's time for Christmas. Yeah.
Open those presents in Stormwind soon, dude.
Stormwind?
That's
As you do.
It's in it's in Ironforge, you pleb.
I don't know, dude. I've been to horror for so long, so.
Yeah. Oh, World War II. In December 1943, Nazi dictator Adolf Hitler had Santa Claus captured.
Oh my god.
Frick.
What an asshole!
Oh, fuck him.
God, Hitler's
Man.
crimes just keep mounting up as the years go on, don't they?
You know, of all the things that he did, this is probably the worst.
Whoa, okay.
Christ.
Yeah. Let's see. And Santa Claus captured to destroy the USA's morale, but the U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt sent Sergeant Nick Fury, Captain America, and Bucky to rescue him. On Christmas Day, 1954, Santa Claus, posing as a wealthy man, instructed Smith City garage attendant Sammy Glenn, an intelligent man who had never made good on his abilities, to watch his car and luggage for 6 hours. On impulse, Glenn borrowed the car and a suit and entered an executive club, where he met an attractive woman and received a job offer. Stunned at his good fortune, Glenn returned the car to its owner, but not realizing that the man was Santa Claus. That same year, Santa had a run-in with an unidentified burglar. Following Christmas, Santa, keeping his identity anonymous, chastised the wealthy miser Oliver Gombel for his selfish ways. But Santa was pleased when Gomble vowed to become a better man after the young Ned Evans, son of one of Gomble's employees, gave him a present, the first Gomble had ever received. In more recent years, on Christmas Eve, Santa saved New York City from the hate monger, a clone of Hitler.
Oh, it all comes back. It all cycles back.
Yep. When his sleigh, seen only as an unidentified flying object, soared through the air at an unprecedented speed, distracting one of hate monger's pilots, who crashed into the hate monger's nuclear bomb.
Wow.
Okay. Now, this is where they get the idea that he's an Omega level, Rockefeller Center. This being was also detected by the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Unis the Untouchable, the Blob, the Toad, and Mastermind, who sought it out, resulting in a skirmish with the X-Men. This ended when Santa briefly transformed the Brotherhood into inanimate toys, teleported the X-Men away, erased both groups' memories of his involvement, and then gifted the city with snowfall, the first white Christmas in years.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Santa,
Comics are dumb.
Yeah, we know.
Anybody talks about this medium as like, oh man, it's innovative and you can tell great stories. No, they're just fucking dumb.
It's for intellectuals who just don't understand it.
Obviously.
As you do.
I'm just a fucking brainlet.
Should we go over Santa's powers and abilities in the Marvel Universe?
Fuck it, why not?
Okay. Santa Claus has a number of magical abilities, including longevity, the ability to fit himself and others through any chimney, avoiding fiery injury in the process, levitate up a chimney, usually by touching his nose and nodding, alter the appearance of himself or others, objects, or beings, including physically transforming the person to an inanimate object, change the size of objects, teleport himself and others across the world, generate snow, and determine who has been naughty or nice. I cannot pronounce that name. Is said to resemble a hare's ear, which is rumored to be Santa's ears. That means with the means which he listens to determine who is behaving. His normal strength is augmented on Christmas Eve to lift 2 tons. Santa's full powers are not yet revealed, though he prefers not to use them in combat or other struggles. While he appears to be a senior, Santa has not physically aged for centuries. Santa has access to a wide range of supernatural artifacts, which he uses to accomplish various feats of magic. Though often depicted as a Caucasian appearance, Santa actually appears to most people in their own racial features, though he usually retains his white hair and beard. He radiates a subtle, charismatic, charming effect on people, able to soften hardened hearts and convert criminals.
And also to get coochie.
Yes. And of course, he can, apparently he commands reindeer and all that good stuff, So yeah, that's Santa's powers in Marvel. Should we know what he does in DC?
Is he just really sad?
I would be if I was in. Once Superman dreamed about helping Santa, including a visit to his famous toy factory in the North Pole. When he woke up, the Man of Steel discovered a gift, a Kryptonian toy, as no other person could have conceived. I like how I said it's a Kryptonian toy. It doesn't say what it is. It must be a way to survive a superhuman ham job.
Yeah. It was sexual in nature.
Yeah.
Nature.
Enhancer.
Strength enhancer.
Lobo paramilitary Christmas special.
Oh jeez.
One rather biased account of Santa Claus, however, did not paint him as a jolly old gift giver, but rather a merciless slave owner. Known as Chris Crusher Kringle, the concept of Santa Claus was a brutal dictator who ran an empire out of his stronghold at the North Pole. He maintained an army of elves, and through a practice of planned malnutrition, he was able to keep them short in stature and fierce as ferrets. Accepting the bunny's payment, Lobo was only too happy to see the job through. He traveled to the North Pole, played the video game. Yeah, no. And Santa came at Lobo with 2 sharpened shivs.
What the fuck, man?
Lobo would not be defeated, and defeated his adversary by decapitating him. After that, he went outside and shot Rudolph. While this account seems incredible at best, Logo has maintained that it did in fact take place. Even if some of Lobo's account was valid, Santa Claus still continues to exist in the hearts and minds of children across the globe. Although he seldom interacts with members of the superhero community, there are those such as Superman and Impulse who can attest to Santa Claus's existence. Plastic Man entertained his sidekick nephew Weezer by claiming that Santa was in the JLA and telling a story based on that. So Plastic Man is a fucking liar. Immortality. Santa Claus appears to be virtually immortal, having not aged beyond his traditional image of several centuries. Magic. Santa is stated to have magical powers, though the exact nature of this is unknown. Equipment is toy bag, carrying enough toys for all the good little boys and girls. Santa sleigh, a decorated sleigh drawn by 8 to 9 reindeer. The sleigh and reindeer are able to defy gravity and transverse continents, allowing Santa Claus to distribute the toys to the young children. Weapons. Coal lumps. The precise nature of these lumps of coal is uncertain, but it generally has emotional effect, damaging confidence, pride, and motivation of those who receive it. Shivs. During his misadventures with Crusher Kringle, during Lobo's misadventure with Crusher Kringle, he wielded 2 sharpened shivs against the Zarnian bounty hunter.
Wait, so what you're saying is that he's way more powerful and useful than Hal Jordan. That's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who needs Hal Jordan?
Fuck is Santa not on the JLA?
Yeah, right.
I know, right?
I mean,
You want to protect Earth, otherwise you have no one to give presents to. What the fuck?
I'm surprised there isn't like a holiday JLA where it's just like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, Christopher Columbus. I don't know. I can't. I couldn't think of anybody else's holiday.
Like the other.
Dude, I'll take it. I'm on the team.
Was it Tom Turkey? The Great Pumpkin.
Sit there and go, okay, Christopher Columbus, what is your powers?
George
I
Washington.
got a boat.
I could
I got a boat.
identify continents if you need that.
Well, there's also,
Power
in
of
America.
exploration.
Well, in America, we got presidents say so that's like 45, people that could be on the team.
Mhm.
Only current standing president. That'll make it easier.
Yeah. Who else? Well, I guess Cupid for Valentine's Day.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
AKA Cab.
And, wait, who? Cab?
Yeah.
Cab
Cab's
Day.
Cupid, but he fucking his shots fucking always miss.
Damn dog.
From the moon.
Hearing that, damn dog.
Even on Christmas Eve is real cat bullying hours.
I mean, that's every day though. In all honesty.
As you do, yeah. As
yeah.
you do. So.
As you do.
So yeah. So that was our. I guess that was our Christmas with Santa in the varying universes. I could have talked about Images Santa, but I didn't run the show Rob Liefeld's art on this stream. Because it's called Santa the Barbarian.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and of course he's all like muscled out and stuff. He has no feet, and because Rob Liefeld.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
But I'm legit about him being Odin at one point too, because there was a tale of Odin would fly across the sky on Sleipnir's back, while delivering the Yuletide greetings and whatnot.
Yeah. They kind of touched on that with the Marvel version that he could he could be Santa Claus. Yeah. That he had to fight this like ice troll or something like that, and he helped a guy get back home and all that crap. But that would work. So would Odin be on the Justice League?
There's a lot of people that should probably be on the league.
It's like, for a league, they really don't have a lot of members, right?
I think Batman's just like, oh, they got over me. And it's like, dude, Santa has more over you.
Yeah.
Santa.
Maybe it's like the women's basketball league.
Oh God. Jesus.
And that nobody gives a shit about it?
Yeah, or gives enough to join it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Jesus.
God.
Did the stream get too spicy?
Just a
Thank you and good night.
Well, like I said, this is going to be a quick one.
Let's leave it on that note. Yeah.
Yeah, I said this one was going to be a long. Was going to be a
You
long
know,
stream anyway.
what isn't a quick one? The Kryptonian Legacy.
Yeah, the Kryptonian hand job.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
don't know. Superman can he can go at supersonic speed, so I'm pretty sure he could give you a very quick handy.
This is yeah.
Yeah, but from the
Actually, the tensile strength of your skin along your penis would be severely chafed to the point of being destroyed by his speed if he were to move at the maximum ability of his movement speed, because he was able to defeat the Flash. It was listed in the Flash number 15, capable of jerking. Anyway,
Wait.
For
Hang
that
on.
matter,
Hang on.
I appreciate it.
How does the Speed Force affect the whole hand job experience? I mean, I'm just a guy asking a serious question.
Do you think Wally West and Barry Allen just they suddenly feel a disturbance when like Superman's handing out a handy? Like,
Gotta slow
whoa,
down time.
what was that?
Fuck no.
Clark, stop. You know what happened the last time? last time that ended in Crisis on Infinite Earths.
God damn it.
He destroyed the multiverse with a handy. Yeah, it can happen. I mean, yeah, whatever. You know.
There's a reason they call him the Monitor. He loves that shit.
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, that's how it all started. The Monitor was like watching it. He's like, it's hot.
So I got a question, Wayne.
Yeah.
Remember when Superboy Prime punched the reality really hard?
Yeah.
So if Superman gave somebody a really fast handy, could he glue reality back together with the cum?
Mulatto, walk with me, talk with me. We're gonna make a video. We're gonna go really in depth here.
Yeah. I would think he would have to jerk off to do that. That wouldn't be a handy to somebody else.
I mean, it can be a self handy. It's no big deal.
Well, yeah, like I said, he'd have to be
Well, here's the
jerking
thing,
himself
he uses
off.
Santa Claus's semen because Santa Claus is magic.
That's just true. So yeah, I guess if he uses Santa's spunk, it could heal the walls of reality.
But he can't change reality, though.
This is true. So
His comics can fix reality. Or glue it together or whatever.
Yeah, and glue it back
Fix
together.
it. Yeah.
people are wondering how we got here.
And all this discussion about Santa and comics is better than most comics nowadays. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I think we could write this comic and it would be more entertaining than
Looking for exposure, you know what?
God fuck.
So if I want exposure, that means just put it on the internet and don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah, and just don't.
Yeah.
Don't
Stop.
chill. That's good.
Oh, so yeah, like I said before, I'm going to shill this one more time. Fuck, my own
What?
tongue's trying to keep me
What
from
was-
chilling.
what was that?
My own
Fuck you,
tongue
Mike,
is
you
trying to
don't get
keep me
another
from
chance.
chilling.
You
Yeah.
had one. It's gone.
I'm using my
fuck you.
executive powers
You
to
are
give
going
him
to
an
go to ogchan.com.
Yeah.
That's it.
yeah. I said I could use my executive powers to give him another chance.
Thank you,
Ugh.
Santa.
Thank you, Santa.
So yes, go
Thank
to
you,
OG
Black Santa.
go to ogchan.com and check out his comic book. It's or his web comic. It's really cool. It's got some deep fucking lore, so be prepared.
My brother's
The
a big
deepest lore.
Yeah. It's like one of those things that I can probably guess that it was not going to be starting out as that much deep lore, and then it like slowly developed into really, really deep lore.
Weirdo. Is that how everything starts? We're like, this isn't gonna go far.
Well, have a Merry Christmas tomorrow, and we'll probably see you Wednesday. And yeah, have a good night.